number 2 asks us to match each image of a rectangle with a given area and length with its missing width. So these pictures are not the greatest. What I meant to give you is a rectangle with a length and an area, and you're supposed to find the width from these options. So if I had a rectangle whose area was 24 and whose length was 8, the width would be, well, let's see, if length times width equals area, if I'm going to solve for W, I'm going to divide by the length, so I get W equals area divided by length. So area of 24 divided by a length of 8 would give us a width of 3. But here we have polynomials. So I'm going to show you how to store variables as values and then use that to help us find the correct answers. All right, so I'm going to actually open up a new document. And this time I'm going to add a calculator page. And I'm going to choose a value to save x as. So I'm going to say x control equals, control little squares, which gives me the colon equals. And I'm going to store this as 2. I like to use 2 because 1 is kind of a special number and it has some special properties that not all numbers share. So I'm going to leave it as 2. Now I have 8x squared minus 2x minus 1. If x was 2, the area of rectangle 1 would be 27. And if x is 2, the length of rectangle 1 would be 2x minus 1, which is 3. So the area of 27 divided by the length of 3 should give me a width of 9. Or, if I think of this as an area of 8x squared minus 2x minus 1 and a length of 2x minus 1, there I have my width of 9. But my answer choices, if you recall, were given as polynomials as well. So I'm going to test those and see which one it is. So A was x minus 3, which is not 9. B was x plus 6, which is not 9. C was 4x plus 1, which is 9. And D was 3x minus 4, which is not 9. So this 4x plus 1 is the correct width. So that one was C. Now I'm going to look at number 2. So I still have x stored as a value, but I'm going to go ahead and clear that out just to show you how to do that. I hit menu, then I'm going to go to actions, and then I'm going to clear A through Z. And I did that so you can see what happens if you don't have a value stored as the variable first. So I'm going to type in number 2, which is x squared minus 7x plus 12. And it tells me variable is not defined. And then it says I need to use stow or control equals. All right? So I'm going to take 2 and store as. You guys noticed over here I hit control first and then this variable button. So I'm going to store 2 as x. Now when I type in, I'm going to do my area divided by my length. So the area of number 2 is x squared minus 7x plus 12 divided by the length of x minus 4 gives me a width that has a value of negative 1. So I'm going to test the answer choices again. X minus 3 equals negative 1. So it's my first answer choice. So number 2 was A. Okay, so now I'm going to look at number 3. I don't need to do this because I already have x stored as a number, but I'm going to store it as a different number just for fun. So I'm going to take x and control little squares, colon equals. I'm going to store it as 5. Now I'm going to type in for part 3, I'm going to use my stacked fraction, which I got from using control divide, and I'm going to type in the area divided by the length. 12x squared minus 7x minus 12, all divided by 4x plus 3. I get a value of 11. So let's see, x minus 3, not 11. X plus 6, 11. 4x plus 1, not 11. 3x minus 4, not, ooh. Uh-oh, we have 2 of them that work. Goodness gracious. Let me change x to 2 and see if that changes things. It does change things. So it looks like it's 3x minus 4 and not x plus 6. The value that I chose happened to work for 2 of them. So I had to choose a different value to verify which one it actually was. And it's actually 3x minus 4. This one right here. So 3x minus 4, this one is D. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do number 4 as well. So I have the area of x squared plus 7x plus 6 divided by the length of x plus 1, which gives me a value of 8. And I can see that that's my x plus 6. I still have that on the screen from the previous one. So it's x plus 6. This one, x plus 6. All right.